Were you expecting a completely new 5th generation Land Cruiser Prado? Then you are in the right place. I was also, but what happened to the design of the new Land Cruiser Prado? We'll get to that, right? So this 4th generation that we are looking at is a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, which came in around September 2009, and it has received 2 facelifts during its time. Now, the all-new 5th gen Toyota Land Cruiser Prado that we're expecting, it's possibly going to be unveiled in summer 2023, arguably, as per a report from Best Car Web. This time, it has been postponed twice, if that is what it is, and there is information that it may be around August to September 2023 due to the company's hectic 2022 launch schedule. But that's not why we are here. We still got something that we can work with until then. So the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado J150 that we are looking at right now received an update in June 2021 in the Japanese market, and that upgrade came with probably the final or pre-final interventions before the newly fresh model will touch down as a new generation. So then this leaves the question of what style will the new Land Cruiser Prado appear in the next generation. And we have every reason to believe that the exterior design is going to be based on the transformation of the LC300 that we have seen, the big brother in this case. Right, so Best Car Web gave us a lot to wrap our heads around, and so the first thing that we'll start with is the projection of what they think the 5th generation Land Cruiser Prado will look like. So I'll put it up there for us to take a good look at it, and then we can express our opinions on it. You can put yours in the comment section below. I will put mine here and we can get to go. So what you're looking at is an artist impression of what's the next generation, that the 5th generation Land Cruiser Prado is going to look like. And I think it looks clean, looks sharp, it looks aggressive, it makes a lot of things from the LC300. So if you come to the sides and you look at the waistlines, the lines are very angular and aggressive, very wide shoulder and fender arcs. When you come to the front, there is also a very bold front fascia, talk of the slim LED headlights, and then very bold vertical front grille with the breakover and departure angles good enough, same as ground clearance, which we believe will come down to about 220 millimeters in here. So if this is what we were getting with everything underpinning the LC300, we'll take it right over what we have right now. It still looks good. So I think the artist impression is all good, but there is no way we are saying this is the definitive design. It's just something to work with at this point in time. Right, so let's go in and what actually underpins this sheet metal that this gentleman has been able to put together nicely for us. Now, so let's look at the platform and dimensions. The Toyota Prado would retain its heritage on the die-hard body-on-frame SUV chassis that it uses. However, we understand that it's actually going to move onto Toyota's TNGA modular platform, which underpins most of the new Toyota models in the marketplace. Toyota has actually engineered and tweaked that TNGA version a little bit and called it the TNGA F for its upcoming large SUVs and pickups. Okay, so we are expecting the Toyota Prado to move on to that platform, still body on frame as we are talking about. Now, Toyota has reduced the weight of the LC300, we know, by about 200 kg. That's about 441 pounds. And I am crazy sure that Toyota will do likewise with the Prado to make it lighter. And to that effect, the next generation Land Cruiser Prado will have aluminum body panels that will help reduce the weight a little bit. Now, that will mean that, let's go to the design language. The hood, the doors, the mudguards, the roof, the tailgates will all be aluminum made, and that will reduce the size of this already formidable SUV. The revisions may offer weight savings, right, as we are discussing, improve weight distribution and increase high-speed stability. Again, we are expecting that to have a toll on fuel efficiency improvement and planning for electrification. The company is also considering reducing fuel tank if there's going to be a hybridization in the future. So these are some of the things that are expected to be underneath this beautiful illustrated Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, the 5th generation. Again, the next generation 2023 Toyota Prado will have a clean exterior, as we've seen, just as Best Car Magazine communicated it. There may not be a 3-door version, but a 5-door version is expected, and that will measure in at 4,825 millimeters in terms of length and 1,885 millimeters in width, 1,830 millimeters in height, and will have a wheelbase of approximately 2,790 millimeters. If these figures remain the same, then it remains the same size as the current generation, only that the height will be reduced by about 15 millimeters if you look at the figures well, and that will have about 220 millimeters of ground clearance as stated above. But what will be the power plant, the expected power plant in this case? Right, so let's box on. Now, the big news here is that although what I'm about to say is still a rumor, is that the all-new Toyota Prado will be available with a new parallel hybrid powertrain, which will comprise of a 2.5-liter gasoline engine and electric motor or motors. That is still a rumor though, but it will be lovely to have that. Seating options will remain same, 5 and 7 seats. Customers will also have the option to opt for an improved version of the 1GD-FTV 2.8-liter diesel engine, which produces 201 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque in the current models. Right, again, we cannot lose sight of the fact that the Prado will not lose any of its off-road prowess. It may even pick some of the latest electronic elements expected on the 300 series, which will include the upgraded electronic kinetic dynamic suspensions, the EKDSS. I'll show you how that works, yes, so you can check from the footage behind us, yes, and more advanced multi-terrain system off-road drive modes, which is already present on the LC300. A version of these of the multi-terrain system is also installed on the upgraded 250 series. Now, we are expecting a GR Sports variant also in the works alongside the other powertrains that we've discussed, so you will look forward to a GR Sports Toyota Land Cruiser Prado in the immediate and far future. There are a number of features that are also carried over, so I'm just going to mention a few that we expect to see in here. And so Toyota may offer many new improved features of the Landcruiser 300 on the smaller the off-road SUV. For example, the sequential turn indicators may be migrated. Gesture tailgates will also come in there. An improved 9 to 12.3 inches touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is also expected. I think I've already mentioned the 3D multi-terrain monitor plus the panoramic view monitor. An improved version of it would make its way to that. We are also getting electric parking brake and Toyota Safety Sense, possibly version 2.0 or higher. And last but not the least, we are also expecting the all-new Prado to have a convenience of wireless charger and USB-C ports for smartphone charging also. So it's a whole lot that we are expecting on the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, and I believe they would honor that, but we only have to wait a while, about 1.5 years more, to get to have a new generation, 5th generation Toyota Land Cruiser Prado or the 250 series coming, guys. So this is what we have. I believe we can work with it for now. Autostop will continue to pursue these vehicles and give you updated information on them to flesh the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado out. And so stick with us. Have a good day until we meet same time again. Bye bye.